Hi YouTube, Tim Unkert from UnkertEducation.com here. In this video, I'm going to cover the Fizzbuzz challenge, but use while loops in Python this time. We previously did this with for loops in Python, but it's also good to test it out with while loops. First though, if you like videos like this where I give you programming tutorials or where I show you how to install and set up software, make sure to subscribe. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get started. So the Fizzbuzz challenge is pretty straightforward. You print out numbers 1 through 100. And if the number is divisible by 3, you'd print out Fizz. If it's divisible by 5, you print out Buzz. And if it's divisible by both 3 and 5, you print out Fizzbuzz. Okay, so first let's create a while loop that goes 1 through 100. So we'll create a counter variable, and we'll set that equal to 1. And then we can say while counter is less than or equal to 100. Well, we want to execute some code, and then we want to increase the counter by 1 so we don't get an infinite loop. So I'll say counter plus equals 1. Okay, so now we got to figure out what code to execute. Okay, so as noted in the previous Fizzbuzz challenge with for loops in Python, if the number meets the condition of Fizzbuzz, meaning it's both divisible by 3 and 5, it would also meet the single condition of being divisible by 3 and the single condition of being divisible by 5. So if we put those first, it would get snagged up in that code and skip over the rest. So we don't want that to happen. We want to do the Fizzbuzz condition first. All right, so to do that, I'm going to say if, and we're going to do counter this time because that's our variable, counter modulo 3, if that equals 0, so the division of counter and 3 has a remainder of 0, that means it's divisible by 3, and counter modulo 5 double equals 0, then let's print out Fizzbuzz. Okay. If it doesn't meet that condition, we'll check for the divisibility of 3 only, and then the divisibility of 5 only. So I'll say elif counter modulo 3 double equals 0. Then we'll just print fizz, and then we'll do another elif counter modulo 5 double equals 0. We'll print Buzz, and then finally, if it meets none of those conditions, we'll just print the counter. So we'll say else print counter. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to test this out, so let's run it. And if we go up here, we start 1, 2, 3 is divisible by 3, so we print fizz. 4, 5 is divisible by 5, so we print buzz. 6 we get fizz, so on and so forth. 15 we get Fizzbuzz, all the way up to 98, and then fizz, and then buzz. One slight modification we might want to make on this is to just print out the number before Fizzbuzz, fizz, and buzz, and we can do that with f strings. And we'll just bring in this counter variable. Maybe have a colon afterward, so I'll have counter. Okay, and the last one. Okay, so now if we run this, we get this starting out 1, 2, 3 colon fizz, 4, 5 colon buzz, so on. We have 15 colon Fizzbuzz, all the way down to 100, which is buzz. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, could you please give it a like? Thank you.